personalized service, and I know this is important to you. It's important to embark beyond. I was hoping you could sort of kick us off a little bit about this in general first. What does personalized service really mean? What kind of things are we talking about when we sort of mention this topic?
So I like to step away from travel, take any luxury brand you may know. As far as for me, walking into any store, I think if you pay attention, what do you feel? You see lighting, you might hear music, there could be a scent. If you're lucky, maybe some bubbly, something to quench your thirst. And I think when you go into these stores, they're selling to your senses. It's not about a watch, a purse, shoes. They're wanting you to feel special, welcome, that you're a part of something. And I know I live here in Georgetown in Washington, D.C., and there's tons of luxury shops. I happened to run into one really quickly before a trip. I wanted to get something new, and I just went to pick up a blouse. One blouse. She was very kind, tried to engage in some conversation, but what stood out was a week later, I got a handwritten letter thanking me for my business, showing that appreciation and how they valued me. I think that stood out and made me want one to run back out and buy 3 more blouses for them. But it taught me the power of that handwritten letter. And I try to use that for clients. So whether it's Thanksgiving, maybe it's Valentine's Day, if you know their birthday, but it's a way you can proactively engage with the client on a very personal level while they're not traveling. It takes a little bit more time, but I think that personal touch, I find I have great return on that.
Yeah, I mean, for you, Marguerite, you mentioned that boutique you went into. I mean, what does that do? Because, like you said, it makes you want to go back there and buy more stuff. But I mean, why? I'm just curious. So, I mean, is it simply about making you feel special, making you feel seen, making you feel like you're an important person to these businesses?
Well, I think it shows the value of my business, and they appreciate that I've chosen them. And I think that's really important, that when you have a new potential client, they could have gone to anyone. So what makes you stand out? What is special? And I think this is today's topic of that personal touch. And I would say, like Jack Ezon at Embark, he would say we need to become indispensable. How getting a connection with that.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Become indispensable. And I know that goes. I know everyone has these experiences outside of the industry too, that people who are indispensable to them, whether it's their haircutter, their barber, like a driver. I'm sure stuff that maybe isn't considered luxury experiences are still indispensable. So I think it's important to think about that too.